on the top.
When we were approaching this project, I was trying to think about what got me here. And I've been playing music non-stop for over 30 years now. That's gig after gig after gig, and with a lot of great musicians.
And what sets it apart is probably Jim.
First started playing with Jim and the guys, about 10 years ago. And it was a madhouse then, and I fully expect it to be a madhouse now, in a very good way.
What's cool about this band is it's a hard rock band with horns, so we can bring that hard rock punch and be just a good rock band that's really entertaining, but then you can have the big horn element into it and make it really big. And
there's very intricate horn charts and really strong players.
so that's what's really cool about it, and fun, and a lot of improvisation. So you get us all amped up and wired. Look out, man, because it's a roller coaster.
That was the first real rock band I think I'd ever played in. And I'd been out of commission for many years and started playing again. I didn't remember where we met, but all of a sudden I'm playing with Dangerous Jim. And
I think the first thing I remember was the first gig I played, if I remember correctly. I think I'm getting old, but we were at Rick's Tavern, and I didn't know anybody.
Watching Jimmy come out there wearing a rock and roll t-shirt, playing AC/DC songs from the horn section and wilding up that crowd, and basically coming completely out of left field, and watching these people's reactions on the face was something that I don't think I'd ever forget either.
But it's the show, but it's also, I mean, he's got his thing. Jim has his thing, and it's pure rock and roll. And
I wanted to try to get back to my roots, so I recalled in 1983, the year that I graduated from high school, there was only one local band, and I think it's still true to this day. There was only one local band that ever got airplay on commercial radio stations, and it was a band called The Raisins. And The Raisins had a song that came out in 83, 84 called Fear's Never Born. And
music people have gotten away from being unique, even in covers. Just, even if you're going to cover a tune, the good thing is that this generation, they don't want to hear the same old, same old. How are we going to do it? What twist are we going to do it? I like the fact that we can do something unique. We can do something that has, we can bring a little bit of artistry to pop. We put on a good show. It's rock and roll, and I can be a part of that process. So,
Jim will have a basic idea of what he wants to do. We'll come in and revamp it.
4 parts at the very end, or 3?
Just the end of the solo, I can get by with 3. There's 3 parts.
Okay, so once you do whatever you haven't done on the yellow or the black on the red this time.
Say that one more time.
Whatever you did on the yellow and the black, do the rest on the red.
Okay, yeah.
Add our little salt and pepper to it, little spices.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so then you got another guitar, right?
Yeah, if I just remember what the one I did was.
Did you do the bow, down,
No,
that
yeah.
one in? Yeah, that's the one you need now. Try to get a different guitar. Nice! Thank you.
And hash it out. Sometimes there's a finished song, as Jim always likes to say, just make it sound great. So we'll do that. It's what we do, and we enjoy that.
I had to really up my game to kind of hang on for dear life on these things. It was a lot of fun playing the gigs.
Lots of really just downright mad stuff.
he's pure rock and roll. It's about the show. I mean, I think he wants the music to be good, which I respect that. I think he wants to do something unique, which I respect that. I mean,
Yeah, the band is phenomenal. The band was always fun. It was always good musically as well as being just fun. I mean, sometimes you play with bands and everybody's kind of loaded up and they don't sound very good, but the band was always very tight musically, and there was always an emphasis, even though it's loud rock and roll, the emphasis was on doing it good and doing a good professional job at what you're doing. It was like
Close enough.
I decided that with this project, the first thing that I was going to be was a fan of the local music scene. I'm a musician, sure, but I think anyone that knows me will attest to the fact that I'm also a fan of my friends. There's a lot of great people out there that are writing some good songs. Jim Cole is writing some good songs with his band, Hit by a Car. Dallas Moore is one of the greatest songwriters around this town right this second. Sonny Mormon writes some good stuff. And the king, to me, of all the songwriters is Robb Webb. And he showed me back when I was in high school, when I was just starting to write my first songs, that it was possible for a dude from the suburbs of Cincinnati, Ohio, to actually get on the radio, on the local radio station. And so I recorded on a cassette. I had the Fear Is Never Boring from the radio, and I played that in my car as much as I could. And you know, the thing that I like about the Raisins, and the thing that I like about this particular song, is that the four guys that were on the original song, Robb Webb, Ricky Nye, Bam, and Bob Niswanger, they're all still gigging. They're probably gigging today. Today's Saturday, May 23rd, 2015. So that's over 30 years later. All four of the guys that were on that original recording are still viable musicians here in town. You know, and I just think that speaks a lot for the type of musicians that they are. And it's our honor to just do the version of this song, Fear Is Never Boring, as best we can. We think we've moderned it up a little bit, you know, and the songwriter Rob seems to like it, so you get to check it out in a second.